All right, smart ones. Day 4 is two things. One, the determinant of a matrix, and how to do these matrices on the calculator. Okay, so you will need a TI 83 or 84 calculator, and it will make life easy down the road. Okay, so first off, determinants are used for many different reasons in mathematics. All right, so being able to calculate it is critical. When we look at it, the determinant of a 2 by 2 matrix, all you're going to do is multiply that product, and go ahead and subtract them. Remember, this is going to be a scalar at the end. It's going to be a single numerical value. Now, a 3 by 3 matrix is a little different. What you're going to do on a 3 by 3, remember, a determinant of a matrix, in order for you to calculate the determinant, it has to be a square matrix. Okay, so a 2 by 2, a 3 by 3, a 4 by 4. So what I'm going to do is copy the first two columns outside the matrix here. And what you see here is I get one diagonal, two diagonals, and three diagonals of 3 elements each. So what I'm going to do is multiply each of those diagonals, add them up. Then I'm going to go back the other way. Multiply these 3, multiply these 3, multiply these 3, right? And you get your first sum and product here. Then you get your second sum and product here. And what happens is you go ahead and subtract them. Okay? So now, let's look at an example. So when I look here, all right, the determinant of this, I don't have to copy any columns, right? All I do is 5 times 1 minus 3 times 4. And when I do that, I get 5 minus 12, which is -7. Okay, and that is the determinant of that matrix. All right. Example B, right? The first thing I'm going to do here is copy the first two columns. Okay, and once I do that, I'm going to highlight these real quickly, but I look for this gives me a diagonal of 1, that's no good. Diagonal of 2, no good. Here's 1, diagonal of 3, 2 diagonals of 3, 3 diagonals of 3. Now, the other one, so I'm going to go ahead and multiply those. So, 2 times 1 times -2, so 2 times 1 is 2, times -2 is going to give you -4, plus -1 times 0 is 0, 0 times 3 is 0, plus -3 times 4 is -12, -12 times -4 is 48. Minus, now I'm going to find my diagonals the other way. There's 1, there's 2, there's 3, right? So now I'm going to go ahead and do 3 times 1 is 3, times -3 is -9, plus -4 times 0 is 0, 0 times 2 is 0, plus -2 times 4 is -8, -8 times -1 is +8, and right away this here is going to give you 44 minus, right, that's going to give you -1, which 44 minus -1, go ahead and switch that to addition, gives you 45. Okay, so that's how you do determinants by hand. Now, calculators on the matrix. Okay, what I'm going to do is pull my calculator up. All right. Now, with this, what I'm going to do is the first thing I'm going to do is enter the matrix itself. So what I have to do is I have to enter these 3 matrices. Okay, so matrix A. You see how matrix is above this x to the -1? I'm going to hit second matrix, and to enter the matrix, I'm going to arrow over to edit. And I want to edit matrix A, so I hit enter. Now, what are the dimensions of this matrix? I have 3 rows by 2 columns. So it's a 3 enter by 2 enter matrix. Now, all I do is add the elements. -1, enter, and you see how it goes to the right? 2, enter, -3, enter, 0, enter, 4, enter, 1, enter. So now I have that matrix there. So now I'm going to second quit. Then I'm going to go back to second matrix, arrow over to edit. Now I want to edit matrix B. So I hit enter. That matrix is a 2 row by 2 columns. So 2 by 2. And then I'm going to enter the elements. 3, enter, 2, enter, -2, enter, -1, enter. All right, second quit. Now I'm going to go second matrix again. Arrow over to edit. And now I'm going to enter matrix C. So matrix C is a 2 by 2 again. 2 by 2. Enter, -4, enter, 5, enter, 1, enter, 0, enter. All right. Now that I have these matrices plugged in, when I go to do this one now, so I'm going to second quit. So now to do example 1, right? To recall the matrices, all I do is go back to that menu. So to do A times B minus C, so that's matrix A times B minus C, I'm going to go second matrix. Now I don't have to arrow over to edit, I just click on A, and I'm going to go times, open parentheses, right? I'm going to hit second matrix, arrow down to B, minus second matrix, arrow down to C. Then I'm going to close the parentheses, hit enter, and right away, this is your answer. So you would get that matrix. I'm going to have to kind of go back and forth here. So -13, 1, then -21, 9, then 25, -13. Okay, so now if I want to do the next one, A times B, right? So I'm going to go second matrix A times second matrix B. Then I'm going to go minus second matrix A times second matrix, arrow down to C. And right away when I hit enter, you get -13, 1, -21, 9, 25, -13. And if you look, what did we just basically do? Isn't that just using the distributive property here? A times B minus A times C. Okay, now if I wanted to do the next one, example 3, okay? So clear everything out here. I'm going to go 3 times second matrix A times second matrix B. And right away when I hit enter, it does the scalar multiplication and it does A times B. Okay, so our answer there would be -21, -12, -27, -18, 30, 21. Now, the next question, right, is how to find the determinant, right, of matrix B. Now, if I look at it, the determinant is not hard to do by hand, but since we have it plugged in, let's just go here and do it. So if you go second matrix and you arrow over to math, if you look, the first one says DET. What that stands for is determinant. All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to hit determinant, and then we're going to enter the matrix we want to find the determinant of, which is matrix B, right? Close the parentheses, hit enter, and the determinant of that matrix would just be 1. Okay? So all of this matrix stuff can be done on the calculator as long as you know how to enter the matrix in the calculator. All right, go ahead, try the next assignment, and look for another video.